This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty.
I believe service is our reasonable duty. And I believe everybody, whether they think it or not, they're actually doing a service. Whether they're taking care of their parent or their children, or they're going to college. That's a service, and it's our reasonable service to do, I believe, to do the best in what we have.
Selfless service to me means being present when there's no one else, to do jobs that without doing them, this whole society would fall apart.
So service means a lot to me, actually. I think it's a gift that you can give to somebody else.
Service to me is the kind of work you do out of love for your community, and it is the kind of work you do without expecting any credit for it.
Service feeds itself. Service serves humanity as a whole, and it's an act that is completely selfless and outward focused.
The root of service seems to me, the idea of serving, that's about a spirit of generosity. So that's about a spirit of connecting to the things that aren't just you, and that to me is totally important.
Service is trust, knowing that you can trust others to get the job done for you, and for them to trust us to get the job done for them. It's up to us to trust in each other, and so that we can bind with each other and be united in one.
To me, character means knowing yourself well enough to make decisions that are going to leave this world a better place in the end.
Character, I'll quote something from my father. Character is what you do when nobody else is looking. Character is doing the right thing, not because you'll get in trouble for doing the wrong thing, but it's doing the right thing because it's the right thing.
People who I see as having character are people who stand up for what they believe in, even though they're terrified.
No one can teach you how to have character. You learn it through different experiences you have in your life.
All you have in this world is what you leave people with, and that's normally your actions and the feelings that they had and the memory that they had when they were with you.
Character, I believe, reflects the type of individual that you are. It can be seen by other people, but it's also there when people aren't around as well.
In integrity, it's I said something, and that matters. I gave you my word on something, and that matters. So that for me is character, that somebody can actually live by their word and by their action. They screw up, they look you in the eye, they tell you they screwed up. That's a person with character.
It embodies concepts of ethics. It embodies concepts of integrity. It embodies concepts of knowing the difference between right and wrong and choosing to do the right thing, and knowing that the right thing will always yield positive results.
Freedom is being able to live your life without being constrained by a higher power or any stigma that is in your environment.
I think there's a lot of systems and a lot of points in our existence where we're sort of forced down these paths that maybe we don't feel comfortable with, and maybe it's not what we want to do. And I think freedom really is knowing that you can be who you want to be and you can do what you want to do.
I think of freedom sometimes in terms of privilege, and so there are a lot of privileges that I have as a person living in a so-called first world country. But as a person embodied as a black woman, or if you just think about black people specifically, more generally, sometimes it's hard for me to understand what freedom means.
Freedom, as it was articulated by some of our predecessors, it's more of a mental construct.
A lot of our freedoms can be curtailed or taken away just within the blink of an eye. So it just makes you really, really question, you know, what does freedom really mean?
Freedom is being allowed to speak your mind without the fear on your life.
You have the freedom to be a person. You have the freedom to get a job. You have the freedom to do all these things.
Freedom is, freedom is almost something that you kind of have to fight for. So in a cultural way, a collective way, you have to fight for the opportunities to be able to exert to enjoy the same kind of freedom as others.
Freedom is something that we all have, but it's up to us to find it within ourselves.